I swear I'm not naked.
Ready to get 15% off your Raycon purchase. So, today we're going to be talking about.
Hello, bitches. Yes, I do have the nerve to disappear for nearly a week and then come back with a voiceover. Side eye. Side eye. But I'm first off going to start with primer. I'm going to prime the skin, and I'm going to be mixing these two primers, the Dior Universal Backstage Primer along with the 43 Beauty Hello Sunshine Brightening Prime and Moisturizer. The 43 Beauty one just has like a really nice glow to it, and then the Dior one has a really nice smoothing effect to the skin, so it's kind of like the best of both worlds, you know? Yeah. And then foundation, because I'm obviously not wearing fake tan at the minute, this was this was a struggle. So I kind of took a mixture of two foundations. As you can see, I'm kind of trying to color match myself here. So I took the Be Perfect Chroma Cover in the shade W3. It was the slightly darker one. And then I also mixed it with the Marc Jacobs foundation in the shade Light Ivory. And as you can see here, I actually put quite a lot on, and I didn't realise that these foundations were, well, I do realise, I just forgot that these are like really full coverage heavy foundations, and I put an unnecessary amount of foundation on my skin. So yeah, it is what it is. So the colour of the foundation actually ended up not being too bad, but as you can see here, it's a wee bit off. But once it's actually blended into the skin, it was fine. It honestly was fine. But yeah, this is like the second week now I've been wearing No Fake Tan, and do you know what, guys? I'm actually really liking it. So I think maybe the next couple of tutorials I'm also going to be having No Fake Tan on, but it ain't gonna last long. It's not, no. So yeah, I'm just kind of continuing to blend in the foundation here. It's kind of self-explanatory, yes. And then we're going to jump on to concealer. Not that I needed any more coverage. Not that I really needed any more brightness on my under eyes either, but you know, it's just kind of trying to balance everything out. And I used the Huda Beauty concealer. This is the old packaging one, and I'm just blending that into my skin. It's honestly been so long since I've done a voiceover. I don't really know what else to talk about, what else to say. It's just like in situations like this where it's very self-explanatory, like I'm just blending in concealer. What do I say? What do I do? But I also noticed here, like I was kind of thinking, like, what am I laughing at? And anytime I looked into the viewfinder, it was like, holy shit. Casper, their friendly frickin' ghost. And then this is kind of what pulled it all together, thankfully. This is the NARS cream bronzer. This is in the shade 02 Laguna, and this was actually really, really nice. I absolutely loved this. Whenever I have tan on, not as much, but for anybody who is looking for a really nice cream bronzer and you're quite pale like myself, this was really good. It was really good. It was in a really nice in-between shade. It wasn't too dark, or it wasn't too warm, but it wasn't too cool toned. It was that really nice in-between shade where it done a really nice job of really warming up my skin, but keeping it quite natural, and it wasn't overdone and it wasn't too orange, as I say, but then it had like a nice cool tone to it as well. I don't know, you know what I mean, kind of like a happy medium. But I just made sure to like really breast oh Jesus, good God, press that breast, oh my God, to like really press that into the skin, and then I finished off pressing it in, or blending it in, sorry, with the sponge, just to make sure it's all really well blended, no harsh lines or anything. But look at that. I think that's lovely. Like, I think there's quite a few times, like here, I actually did stop to just admire myself. I don't know. I just thought that it looked really, really nice and natural, and it just seemed to balance everything out. Again, I didn't look as sickly. I didn't look like death warmed up. Because I feel like whenever I have no fake tan on and I do my foundation to match my skin tone, I look sick. And then I'm just doing a wee bit of setting with another NARS product. This is the, hold on till I read it here, the Light Reflecting Setting Powder. And this is in the shade Translucent. It has kind of like wee crystallized pigments in it, which makes it like it catches the light really nicely on the skin, and it's just, as I say, a wee bit pearlized, and it provides a really, really nice soft sort of glow to the skin. It's really nice actually. And then just set my skin here. I honestly give myself the absolute ick at how I am such the biggest wimp at setting spray. And then I was kind of like gifted the brand new highlighters, blushes, and bronzers from Colourpop. So that's literally what I'm kind of trying to figure out what I was wanting to use there. But first off, I went in with the P. Louise at the cheek of it liquid blush, and I used the shade Tutti Frutti. And then to set that, I went in with one of the blushes from Colourpop, and this was in the shade Why Hello There. This wee blush was actually really nice as well. They kind of have a soft matte finish and it builds and blends really nicely into the skin also. And then I have these two bronzers here. These were the two lightest shades. I obviously wanted to kind of go for something lighter to play it safe. So I think the first one that I'm showing you is the darker one, and it's in the shade Summerland's Beach. I think that's what it's called. But as I say, just kind of play it safe and going for the lighter one. And these wee bronzers here just have a really nice natural matte finish, and just like the blushes, it actually blended really nice and built up really nice as well. As you can see, to start off with, I was going quite sparingly just in case. And then closer to the end, I started to go a wee bit ham because it actually was really, really nice. It blended well, it didn't look muddy, the colour was perfect, and yeah, I'll definitely use this shade again. And the highlighter, I actually cut out the bit where I'd applied the highlighter because it was awful. It was so bad. And we're finally on to the eyes. So I'm going to be taking the Be Perfect Rain palette. This is in collaboration with Makeup by Elena, and I'm literally just creating a brown smoky eye. I think I only used like 2 shades. Just on short and sweet, pretty simple, and I'm literally just blending this shadow all over the lid, just up into the crease. And then because that Be Perfect palette didn't have a transition, I went into the Colourpop Good as Gold palette. This is honestly the most beautiful palette for creating a black smoky eye, a brown smoky eye, anything. It has pressed glitter, shimmer shades, matte shades, everything you need. It is amazing. So I'm literally just using whatever shade I pointed at there as my transition, and yeah, again, self-explanatory. I'm just going to be popping that just within the crease and repeating the same step as I done before there, going in with that shade from Be Perfect. I think it's called Henna, and just building up that colour and pigment on the lid, because obviously as we do a wee bit of blending on the crease, we kind of lose a wee bit of our intensity and pigment on the lid. I swear, voiceovers kill me. So now for the glitter, I'm going to go into, again, the Be Perfect Cosmetics palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Ancient and just using my phalange. I'm just going to be popping that just all over the lid. This is when it kind of starts to get a wee bit awkward for me because my mind just goes blank. So I also ran some of that shadow along the lower lash line. I used some of the MAC liner in the shade Smolder for my waterline. And I also wanted to pair this makeup look with a red lip. I feel like a red lip is really nice and complimentary towards sort of like pale skin. So I used the MAC Ruby Woo lip liner. And honestly, the lipstick that I'm using is beautiful. It's the first time I've actually used it. It's a wee mini lipstick from Dior. I'm actually not too sure in the shade, but I will list everything down below. But I swear, it is the perfect slutty red. You can't go wrong with a slutty red, honestly. Come out and fight me, because I will fight you on it. And please guys, do let me know down below in the comment section what pale skin makeup tutorials you want me to do next. And this is of course the finished look. Bye!